You'll want to still practice your dog going backwards and forward, but now you can start fine-tuning your free stack by asking for just 1 or 2 steps backwards or 1 or 2 steps forward. Do not be concerned if your dog is still not standing perfectly. As long as they're standing and trying to move forward and backward when you ask them to, that's all that matters. I like to challenge my dogs and make things fun, so I'm doing just a bunch of backups and forwards with lots of footsteps, which makes it fun for my dog. The next thing to do is to prepare your dog to be gone over by the judge. I use a cloth or anything really to just get my dog used to having something weird being on his back. Now I have a Sheltie, so he's not too concerned about objects that way because he gets a lot of grooming, but it's still important. I want to add in a little bit of food, and I want to keep his focus on my food giving while I'm actually doing something else around him being noisy. Focusing on my hand will allow him to ignore the judge going over his body. I also want to do different things and be creative with this. I want to stand around my dog in different places. I want to move his feet, check his teeth. Anything that might happen in the ring where someone else might be doing this to my dog, or I might be doing this to my dog. Now, maybe it's a little extreme, but that's what I want, because extreme means that when it's just a little bit of weird stuff done to him, he won't mind it at all. When practicing my stand and I'm moving around him, notice I keep my hand right on his collar so he can't move around, and if he gets out of the stand position, I simply will just put him back up into the stand position. But I keep my hand by the collar because he can't move around, but I can. Now I'm teaching my dog to actually move forward and stick out his chest. Now, when a judge is going over your dog, he is going to be checking that shoulder, the chest, and top line. And so I want my dog to stick out his chest naturally and be nice and square for the judge in the front. And how I do this is I hold him by the collar and I make him stretch out to the food. And he's learning to stick out that chest. Using my cat or anything, like I say, you want to be very creative when practicing your stand for exam starts. Do anything you can think of that's just a little bit weird to your dog so that he starts to learn that life is unexpected and it will change all the time and not to worry about it when it does. This last exercise, I'm just teaching my dog to go to the food while I'm gating, and I want him to come out in front of me a little bit and follow my hand into the food at the end of, or just before I'm going to stop. And we will use this exercise more in the next lesson, but right now he just needs to learn to follow that food after trotting along.